The Battle of Empress Augusta Bay, fought on November 1 to 2, 1943, was a significant naval engagement during the Pacific War. As part of the larger Bougainville campaign, this battle pitted the United States Navy against the Imperial Japanese Navy in a nighttime engagement off the coast of Bougainville, an island in the Solomon Islands chain. The battle was crucial in preventing Japanese reinforcements from interfering with the U.S. Marine landings at Cape Torokina. This article examines the strategic context, forces involved, battle progression, and the impact of the battle on the Pacific War. Strategic context. By late 1943, the Allies were executing Operation Cartwheel, a strategy designed to neutralize Rabaul, the major Japanese stronghold in the South Pacific. The capture of Bougainville was essential in this effort, as it would provide airfields and staging grounds to support operations against Rabaul. On November 1, 1943, the U.S. 3rd Marine Division landed at Cape Torokina on Bougainville. The Japanese High Command, recognizing the importance of the island, ordered a naval task force to attack the American invasion fleet and disrupt the landings. This led to a decisive confrontation in Empress Augusta Bay. Opposing forces. United States Navy. The U.S. Navy's Task Force 39, under the command of Rear Admiral Aaron S. Merrill, consisted of 4 light cruisers, USS Montpelier, USS Cleveland, USS Columbia, and USS Denver. 8 destroyers, assigned for screening and torpedo attacks. The U.S. Navy's advantages included superior radar technology, well-coordinated ship formations, and experienced crews trained in night combat tactics. Imperial Japanese Navy. The Japanese force, commanded by Vice Admiral Sentaro Omori, comprised 2 heavy cruisers, Myoko and Higuro, 2 light cruisers, Sendai and Agano, 6 destroyers, tasked with escorting and torpedo attacks. Although the Japanese fleet had powerful warships and highly trained crews, they lacked effective radar and relied primarily on visual detection during night battles. The battle. Initial contact. At approximately 0230 hours on November 2, U.S. radar detected the approaching Japanese fleet. Admiral Merrill prepared his ships for battle, forming a line-ahead formation that maximized their firepower and defensive capabilities. Opening engagements. The battle commenced when the U.S. cruisers opened fire on the Japanese light cruiser Sendai, damaging it severely. In response, the Japanese launched a torpedo attack using their destroyers, but the maneuver failed due to the Americans' evasive tactics. Mid-battle maneuvers. As the engagement continued, the Japanese heavy cruisers Myoko and Higuro attempted to outflank the U.S. force. However, American destroyers executed a successful counterattack, disrupting the Japanese formation and forcing them into a defensive retreat. Meanwhile, USS Denver and USS Columbia sustained minor damage from enemy shellfire, but their effective damage control measures allowed them to continue fighting. Japanese withdrawal. By 0430 hours, the Japanese, recognizing the battle was lost, began withdrawing under the cover of darkness. The U.S. destroyers pursued and torpedoed the retreating ships, sinking the Japanese destroyer Hatsuke's. Aftermath and consequences. U.S. victory. The Battle of Empress Augusta Bay was a decisive American victory, with the U.S. Navy achieving its primary goal, preventing Japanese naval interference with the Bougainville landings. Casualties. U.S. Navy. No ships lost, minor to moderate damage on some cruisers and destroyers. Japanese Navy. 1 destroyer sunk, multiple ships damaged, and over 700 casualties. Strategic impact. Securing Bougainville. The Japanese failure to stop the landings ensured that Bougainville became a key Allied base. Weakening Japanese naval strength. The loss of ships and experienced personnel further eroded Japan's ability to contest Allied operations in the South Pacific. Boosting Allied morale. The victory reinforced the effectiveness of U.S. night battle tactics and radar technology. Conclusion. The Battle of Empress Augusta Bay was a pivotal moment in the Solomon Islands campaign, highlighting the effectiveness of U.S. naval strategy, superior radar technology, and well-coordinated fleet maneuvers. The battle secured the continued advance of Allied forces in the Pacific, paving the way for the eventual isolation and neutralization of Rabaul. Though lesser known than other major Pacific naval battles, this engagement was instrumental in shaping the outcome of the Bougainville campaign and further demonstrated the declining offensive capability of the Imperial Japanese Navy. The lessons learned from this battle contributed to later Allied successes in the Pacific War and underscored the increasing dominance of U.S. naval forces in night engagements.